Coast Poplock Podcast, coming to you from Pig Studios in Compton, California, featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores, comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C, and Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop lock.
Yo, what up? It's that time again. It's the West Coast Poplock Podcast coming to you live from a secret location in Compton, California, in Pigs Studios. With a hard-ass Z. Harder than the fucking potholes.
That's hard, fool.
That's hard as hell.
By the way, Johnny, you do this to me every fucking week. I ask Johnny when we come in here for sound check, hey, man, get loud.
Oh, yeah.
And he does whatever Johnny does, sing me a song, do a little dance, and then as soon as, let's go! Like, where the fuck is that at? And then my levels all peak and shit.
I can't
like,
fake it.
No, you really can't,
I
man.
can't fake it.
I guess not. All right. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for getting loud.
You can't fake it at all.
Yeah.
And I want to let everybody know that we are sponsored by one of the best, the best drinks, Feed 'em in Mezcal.
For when you want to annoy your producer.
For when you want to fake, for when you want to fake peek it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
When you want to fake it, drink some, Feed 'em in. It'll get you there.
Are we doing numbers?
Yeah. I mean, we should be doing numbers every week. This is
What
episode
number?
137.
Oh,
We're back on track.
Excellent.
We're back on track.
We know how to carry the 1 and drop the 9 now.
Yeah.
We are good.
It's always the episodes that a flyer's not made.
Right.
And then so I go back and I look at it's 36, but we've already had 2 shows in between.
Sure.
And I go, 37. That's how it should be though, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
like,
you should probably be reviewing the YouTube, which you could follow,
YouTubes.
like, subscribe, hit whatever the fuck you got to hit to get all the updates when we go live, which is typically 8 ish.
8 something.
8.
We start going on at 8. I'll go back and check. You know what I'm saying?
I get yelled at by Steve for we're not starting on time. Like,
Because there's so many people waiting. Look at already
Yeah,
one
look
person,
at-
Oscar.
look at
Woo,
Oscar. He
Oscar.
wants to know.
Yeah, he's already on, bro. He's already waiting. He was there with his mezcal, a cigar, just waiting.
waiting with his huaraches on, his
Hell yeah,
guayabera,
he knew.
one of his 10,000
He knew. He's
hats.
like,
Yeah. I was trying to find the right word, but it's not a fedora that he rocks.
And he just knew. He's like, Mario's fucking up. He knew. He's like sitting there with this guy. He's like, I know what's happening.
And by the way, he has a House of Chingazo shirt on, not a guayabera.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, we have a special guest this week.
Let's give it
We
up.
had Mind Buzz. Welcome.
Hey.
Hey,
Introduce yourselves.
thanks for having me. Go ahead, Amber.
All right. Well, I'm Amber, and I.
What do you do?
I don't. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Damn.
You gotta know.
Dang.
The world wants
Just
to know
kidding.
what Amber does at the Mind Buzz Studios.
I help produce. I help produce the show, so I'm behind. People don't see me; they just hear my voice. So I guess now.
You
You
can
see
put
me?
it-
I'm like,
You
"Ah."
are.
It's right there.
Like, I need a.
I did notice that because I did check out the episode with Steve. By the way, great episode. We got to give Steve his flowers because not enough men get their fucking flowers. So good job,
You know what?
Steve.
We
Okay.
we gotta
dude.
come back to that. 'cause
Yeah.
We were gonna bring you flowers.
Honestly, we were.
Honestly,
You
I
should.
swear.
It's
Yeah.
not flowers as in flowers.
It's your flowers.
Your praise.
Your praise.
Your praise,
Because,
got it.
And they don't. A lot of men don't. We just live. Like my dad never got it, and I always wondered, like, growing up, like, why is like my dad doesn't say this or hey kid, good job and shit.
Sure.
You know why? Because he's out there busting his ass every day, so that I have a place to live. I have fucking food to eat, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm secure. And when you're growing up later in life, you start thinking like, oh shit, that was his thank you. That was
Sure.
his I love you. That was
Yeah.
his, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't, sometimes we don't take the time and look at that and say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for waking up at 4 every morning. Thank you for busting your ass. Thank you for being the man who you are. Protect us and all that stuff. So that's what I meant by flowers. But thank you. With the thought of even bringing them is enough.
That would have been great. Especially would have been the ones right off the freeway from one of the Paisitas.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, authentic right there.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Next time.
So not tangible flowers. It's just like the acknowledgement.
The acknowledgement.
of like, hey, dude, you're doing good.
And you know what? I think it would go a long way for gentlemen, for men, But then sometimes guys don't want that shit either.
Well, you don't want it because you're uncomfortable with it because you're not used to getting those
Yeah.
things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not
Yeah.
just because you don't want it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the idea. It's like like you said, like the comfortability around it. The
Should you then at that point say thank you, then grab his ass? Would that make it better? Because that's what they do in football.
That's
Good
what
game.
he wants. I mean, maybe that's what you give in return. I don't know. I've never.
I mean, it's
I've never
2023.
grabbed ass.
Everyone's playing grab ass with everyone now,
You
right?
know-
It's a free fucking country.
It's wild. I was watching this
Free
video.
for all out
I was
there.
watching a video, and it was of a trans dude. A chick who was a chick, now it's a dude, and was saying how hard it is to be a man. You don't get. He was like the hugs, and like the fit, like making a friend.
Yes,
He was like when I was a chick, I made better, closer friends in a bathroom at a bar than I have with any of the dudes in my life, or getting a hug, you know, and I was just seeing people and getting hugs and doing lots of stuff. That used to happen in my life all the time.
Yeah.
I was crying. It was like, I can't remember the last time that I got like a real hug from somebody.
And he was breaking down.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard as fuck to be a man.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fucking rough, you know?
Did they go back to being a woman?
No,
after
chick
that?
stuff.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, he had a full-grown beard.
No, yeah, so you saw the one.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
So I'm
But
sorry, I
it's
didn't mean to
true.
interrupt introductions.
Yeah, especially talking about not getting flowers. I'm the host of the Mind Buzz podcast.
Right, exactly.
Why do you look at her like that, though,
I
when you're
know.
saying that?
I was like,
Wow.
just-
I felt that
What?
scorn. Like,
What?
hold on.
Yeah.
You're the one on camera and on the front all the time. You're the one not letting her be on the forefront at all.
She doesn't want to be. Everybody says, Amber, you should get a camera. You should get a camera, but she refuses.
secretly, he
I put it. We set
Secretly
it up one
records
day.
you without your permission?
no,
Yes.
secretly
Oh, okay.
he
That's
keeps
what
me
we do.
awake. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I set it up one time. We even did like different angles, what we can do, but I just gotta know every
I don't.
time.
I'm stage-hands. I like being behind the scenes. I love having a conversation.
It's the
I
number
conversate.
one request. It's the
But
number one request.
is,
For you to
honestly,
get a
it
camera,
is.
that's
Yeah.
the number one request? Hilarious.
Every time
Always.
it's like, come on, when
gotta
when are we
listen to
gonna
the
see
people.
you? When are we gonna? I'm like,
So this is the second time you've ever been on camera on a show?
on a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, but other than that, no.
Okay. Wow, that was like, I wasn't sure where you're going
Yeah,
with that either. Like, wait a minute.
What kind of videos?
Keywords on it.
Now she's going to give the OnlyFans account.
Yeah,
now
it's like
so you can
besides
follow
my
her.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I only, you know.
Where it matters, because I make money there. That's the only place it matters.
Yeah.
No, I've been like, they've done like news reports, things like that with like my family's business, and so we've done that.
So I've heard. I was gonna wait a little bit later on, but I mean, you come from Paramount family royalty almost.
No.
Who doesn't know about the? I don't want to mispronounce it. The ochata. No, wait.
Horchateria.
Or
Ochataria.
chateria. It's a hard one. It's a
Yeah.
big mouthful.
And then on top of that, Luna Donas.
Yeah, so it's Horchateria Rio Luna and then Donas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I ended up there
where-
one day just on a whim. We were looking for. There was supposed to be this like I would say not a swap meet, but like a gathering with like
Yeah, like a
different
pop-up.
vendors, like a pop up. And I kept looking, where the fuck is this shit at? It was right in their other building next door. So I went in there, and then I went into the coffee shop, and I was like, oh, horchata. So I bought an horchata, and then I did buy the
Horchata
Café
is
Doya.
coffee? Oh, Café Doya.
Yeah, so I bought both of them just to try them out, you know?
Yeah.
And they were bomb, dude. And have some nice art in there. They do have pastries. I didn't get a pastry at the time, but my friend did that went with me. He liked it a lot. So yeah. Just out of the blue, man, I ended up there. It was
Hell
crazy.
yeah. So tell us, what is Mind Buzz?
What is Mind Buzz, Amber?
Go for it.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, we're a podcast. We interview just pretty much, I don't want to say anybody, but we
No.
interview people. I'm like, anybody that'll come on.
Anybody, please.
like,
We're
"Hey,
looking.
you."
We're looking for people, please.
We're about to interview
DM
your
us.
neighbor across the street. He has some vocals out
Dude,
there.
he was tight.
You want to watch out with the neighbors around here. Just saying.
He was tight.
But yeah, we interview just people in our community, in surrounding communities that are doing freaking amazing things.
Artists, musicians, producers, you know,
Yeah.
people that are doing pretty cool stuff in our community.
Yeah.
Podcasters, My Grito, you know, all the cool people.
Making it happen.
Yeah,
Steve.
dude. Steve.
What put you guys together to do this? Because I mean, like, you guys are in a relationship,
Yeah, we are.
and then but now being like also in the podcast game. Is it hard? Is there challenges with that? I mean, because you're gonna argue about who you want to bring on, or what's the next episode about? Is there?
I think
Can you
with-
get a camera or not get a camera?
that's the number one thing. No, I think with booking we're pretty like hand in hand. So like we really don't disagree on
Yeah.
bookings.
I think there's a good like synergy between us when we have to work. I'm all when it's not work, it's another story. No, I'm just kidding. But when we have to do what we have to do, I think we both know our strong suits, so we know where we both can bring something to the table, and we don't step over each other's toes. I think we ask each other's opinions, but we let each other pretty much take the reins, and that's something that I thought was really cool because for a long time when he started, because Mind Buzz started 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
And I just let him do his thing. You know, I was like, I don't want to overstep. We're already in a relationship. I don't want to, get into like your hobby now and things like that. And then it wasn't until last year that he's like, all right, I need help, producing and getting guests and doing the cameras. And that's when I stepped in. So I was like, all right.
Hey, like, I've got some ideas.
Yeah.
We're going to change all this. The background's changing.
I've been waiting for you to ask. I have some notes.
Color swatches from Home Depot. I got some guys coming in doing remodeling.
She already had the fucking PowerPoint ready to go.
Yeah,
I
did.
did.
She did.
Heck no, he's way more organized than I am.
Yeah,
honestly.
with this, I have to be. It's my OCD, if anything. Like the organization, the booking, the spreadsheets, everything, dude.
Spreadsheets, god damn.
Yeah, he's a spreadsheet type of person. If he
Yeah,
could
I
put
have
our whole
to.
life on a spreadsheet, he would.
That sounds so romantic and exciting. Jesus. Now you can see why I got a boner when he noticed my dongle. Shit.
You know what? I did notice that because when I was on the show, they sent me an email and they had all these questions like, "What's your favorite drink?" All this shit, and like, "What day to book? What would you like?" These are the open days. I was like, "God damn, that's professional."
nice.
Yeah.
Like, I send the text. Like, these are the days that are open. Right? Come through.
You're like, you ready or not?
When I send off emails for all the bands, hey, there's fucking bring your shit, clean your fucking ears, don't pee on my fucking floor, and there's free booze and weed.
Yeah.
That's all. We're all good. So.
And here you can only drink fucking Peterman Mezcal.
That's right.
That's it.
Because if you want to do multi-podcasting.
Fairway, let's go.
Yeah. Good job, Johnny.
Thanks.
Any like what was I gonna ask? Was it an easy transition to do, or did it take some time to get used to each other? Because coming from radio side, to have a partner, I mean, it takes a while to get the the inside. Even for us, I mean, when we first started, it's 3 of us, so us 3 learning each other, when to talk, when not to talk, and then those kind of things take some time to really mesh. Was it easier because you were in a relationship, or was it?
I think it was easier because we both know each other's rhythm, like in conversation, and then also like I have a vision of what I want the show to look like, to sound like, to the overall brand of it, and I showed her like the hardware on how to do the cameras, the Google, the different software that we use, and she picked it up really quick, and then from there, each show, you learn something different. I learned something different. There's problems that happen during the show.
Yeah, Steve.
We don't do, we're not live, but all the audio and video is all raw audio. Like we don't cut anything out. It's all pretty much live.
Yeah, but to answer your question.
Oh, I didn't answer that?
No, you did. On my end,
it just had to be said, okay?
Like, let me give you a good answer.
Let me get you back in line. That's what I'm here for. No, I'm just kidding.
She was waiting for you to get done talking so she could give you the correct answer.
No, but I think it's funny because the very first time that I went to help him, right, and he's like, "All right, you're gonna push this button and you're gonna do this."
I don't even know why I gave you a mic in the beginning.
So he's like, "I'm gonna put a mic here," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to talk." And he's like, "I'm just gonna put a mic in case that you want to like say something, but don't really say something. I'm gonna put you really low." And I was like, "All right."
What the fuck?
Right? No. So he's like,
"Hold on. This is like growing up, and then if you had little brothers and sisters that want to play Nintendo,
yeah,
I'm gonna give you a controller."
Mic. Yeah, exactly.
It's unplugged. You're playing.
So that's what it was, right? And then so he puts the mic, and then he tells me who we're gonna have on, right? I'm not gonna say who. I'll take it after, but he tells me who's gonna have on.
He's probably listening. Is he watching?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Well, we were gonna have ranting with Ramos, right? This is the first time I'm meeting him, and he at some point he talked a lot about conspiracies and things like that, and I was like, so I'm listening to his stuff before we're gonna have him, and I was like, oh hell no, like and I'm over here complaining. So he's like, Amber, you just need to push the buttons, and that's it. He's gonna come in, and that's it. It's the first time we're meeting him, right? For the first time. Not even 5 minutes in, and I was like, excuse me.
There he is,
And
right there.
There he is, right? With Ramos, right?
Ramos. And then I put my level up on my mic because I had control, and I was
You're
like,
like,
yeah.
I'm
I was
in
like,
here.
you
You're like,
can't
I'm
move
in.
from your seat. And I put my levels up, and I was like, all right, so tell me this. And then he's like, oh.
She's
So
a monster now.
from there-
Frankenstein's monster.
From there, it just like my volume always kept to that side. But I don't think or at least I feel like the only times that I kind of intervene are questions that I have, or even like monitoring his like body language, or if I can see him, right? Like I'm not gonna say struggling,
Yeah, you see both of us.
but both of them, and where I need to kind of interject or maybe have a question that I'm, kind of putting there so that the conversation keeps flowing. Yeah. But I'm not like talking up.
Did you turn up the level before you spoke? Did you know? It's like,
I did.
I'm going to have something to say right now.
Apparently, Amber punks Gill, so
I believe that.
yeah.
there's some bullying
yeah.
happening here. Apparently,
Oh yeah.
he also has a question. How many gazelles can you eat? Or no?
Glizzies.
Oh, glizzy.
Those
Sorry.
are glizzies. I just found out what a glizzy was.
What's a glizzy?
The other day.
A hot dog.
It's a hot dog, dude.
weenie.
Wait, a what?
It's a hot dog.
It's
Like a weenie.
It's like, or it is.
That's what it is, yeah. But a glizzy can be other things too, but it's mostly
That's
a hot
what we
dog.
learned too. That it's
Yeah.
like
It can be any.
Genitalia.
It can be any phallic shaped food, but it's generally a hot dog.
Okay.
Is a glizzy.
Just fucking dolled up to look like something else?
No, that's just what it's called.
Oh.
It's just called a
A
glizzy.
hamburger with a weenie.
No.
Oh.
It's a
No
nickname.
hamburgers. Hot dogs.
I mean hamburger. I meant bun. So bun,
Yes.
weenie,
glizzy.
that's a glizzy.
Corn, kind of a glizzy, depending on how you. Banana,
Oh.
banana, glizzy. Like there's a popsicle, glizzy. Like there's, like it's.
Big
but
stick glizzy.
Right, but
There we go.
specifically,
Glizzies into jizzies.
but specifically, hot dogs. Is like,
Why can't you just call it a hot dog, bro?
because it's
know.
funny.
Hot
Yeah, I don't know, because dudes get obsessed with other dudes putting
Whoa.
any kind of dick-shaped thing near their face.
well, apparently Ramos wants to know how many dicks can you put in your mouth. Man. How many can you eat?
I can eat 4 raw.
Oh, okay, that's
It's like,
cute.
I don't know if you've ever seen a dick get sucked, but it doesn't look anything like eating hot dogs.
I think men I'm gonna put myself out there, but I think guys, why do you guys always talk about like each other's like, well, maybe not yours, but like penises or glizzies?
I don't talk about
like
it, dude.
I don't
women.
do that.
We don't sit around and we're like, oh, how are your breasts today, or oh, your chichis?
You
Like
should.
nothing.
Yeah.
We don't. We really don't.
The
You have
world,
pillow
the world,
fights, tickle fights, and that shit.
the world will be a better place if you did.
Yeah.
No wars will be happening. I promise you.
Yeah.
The end of world hunger.
You know what? It's weird. I don't even know. I don't know too many. Look, when it comes to white people like to whip their dicks out in public. Don't know why you white
True.
people like doing that shit. You guys are stupid and just look at my dick and then get weirded out when you get arrested for fucking showing your dick out in public. I don't know. It's a fucking thing that people do. As far as dudes go, I know a lot of dudes act fucking really gay with each other. They like to play the role. I've seen that through high school, through all kinds of different jobs, and it's a thing. I don't know.
The world may never know.
No. But if you start grabbing other girls' tits, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a better
Yeah,
place.
everyone will be all right with that.
Gil looks great. Wait, what is it?
LBs.
LBs, pounds.
LBs.
How many pounds has it?
Oh, I haven't weighed myself.
You haven't.
No, I don't.
Good. Stay off
Yeah, I
that.
was
Yeah,
about
I
to
don't-
say, stay off.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Because if you go on there and it's not what you want it to be, even
Right.
though it's maybe you lost 5 pounds, but you thought and you wanted it to be because it's so hard at 10, you're fucked.
Yeah, that
You're going to
now.
go get some glizzies or
Yeah.
lizzies and fucking eat more than 4. You
I have
like
I have a
7.
jacket. What I do is I have a jacket that I want to fit into, and every week I put myself in the jacket. And if it doesn't fit like I want it to, then I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I do.
the weight goes up and down, then you're looking at it like, fuck. You go eat breakfast and shit, get double pancakes, and you just fuck, no.
Yes, I will have that.
Yeah.
I will have pancakes today.
What
'cause I'm mad.
What size is that jacket, by the way?
It's a large.
It's a large. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're at least a 2X right now, then I'm
Yeah.
assuming. All right.
No, well,
You're
no,
not-
I'm an XL. I think.
All right. XL. Sorry.
Depends where he
Mario's
buys it
trying to
from.
put another
Oh,
X on
yeah.
it right there.
That-
Depending on where I get it from.
No, you're
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh, no,
right.
that's
Cut of
it.
the shirts.
I'm a
100%.
Marshall's probably like 3X.
No. That's the one thing about clothing, that there is no universal size.
Dude, I felt like so I lost, now I gained it all back, but I had lost a bunch of weight. And then I go to Thailand, and I'm all fucking stoked at Thailand. And my clothes got stolen. This fucking scumbag dry cleaner took all my clothes. So I had to go buy clothes. And here I was a cool large, no problem. large with like room and, you know what I mean? Like a tight medium, you know what I mean? Yeah. And there I was a fucking 2-3X in Thailand. And I'm like, you motherfuckers make me feel bad about myself. I came here feeling so good. And now I know I'm a fucking Thailand 3X, you fucking little bastards.
I've bought shit from and it says made in Taiwan or China or some shit, and that is not the 3X you ordered. That shit, my nephew's fitting it. I'm like, fuck. And you can't send it back, bro. They ain't gonna send you shit back.
Yeah. Or you have to do the stretch test too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're a guy, you put your arms in
morning.
it.
Did you guys ever see the thing where they would say which I don't know how the fuck that would be, but they would get the jean like a pant. I know it was for women. I don't know for men. And then if it fit around your neck, it was your size.
What?
Oh, so what we do is take pants from the elbow to your fingertips, and that should fit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
for
that's
the inside
if
of the seam?
That's if your waist is regular.
The waist, elbow to the fingertips. And I would get, so we do elbow to fist for them to fit. Elbow to fingertips for the fucking gangster fit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wait, you're measuring your dick, not like that.
He's
measuring the glizzy. Somebody asked for the glizzy size up there. I seen it.
Yeah. When you're a big dude, that's not gonna work, bro. This hasn't changed.
I gotta do two.
You're all right, I'm ready.
No.
Let me borrow your forearm, Amber.
Because I do remember that, and I do remember putting it in and go, this shit ain't fitting, dog. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, shit that just doesn't work for overweight people, bro. Is that kind of shit.
One size fits all for Johnny's mathematical equations. I like it.
You know?
Well, I mean, it just depends where you wear your pants, you know?
Yeah, or from here to here is supposed to be your foot. That's how big your foot is. From your ditch.
From where?
From your ditch to your wrist. That's your foot.
No, there's no way.
That's a big ass foot, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Look at here goes Mario. Look at that. Boom. Fits like a fucking glove. Get out of here.
I'm part of the statistic.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Quit trying to fucking.
I'm more impressed when you got your leg up there.
Yeah, quit trying to question my knowledge, man. I know everything.
I have a lot of talent.
So Mario is only 3 inches from his wrist to his elbow? Or 3 feet, right? No, what is it?
Huh?
Wait.
What size shoe do you wear?
Between, depending, 9
He wears
and
an
a half
elbow.
to 10. This much.
Size
crazy,
this
bro.
Size,
What
man.
size are you?
This size right here. Give it up.
Just learned some shit today. I'm about to go take off my pants a little bit and go measure myself.
I didn't say anything about any of that.
Why do you want to know my pant size?
No,
Wanna
his
make-
pant size.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not going to check his gizzy. Izzy. Lizzie.
So as far as Mind Buzz, then you guys are looking just for people from the community and just whoever else you guys can get yourselves into and talk to, or?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of, for me, when I came on board with him, I knew a lot of people within the art community and things like that because of the business. So I started bringing in people that I knew that, were doing really cool stuff. And then from there, it just kind of trickles, honestly. People will send us someone hey, this person's really cool. We were just talking about this yesterday, How it's kind of exciting now that, at first it was us kind of going out there and
pitching it to them.
Yeah, hey, you want to come on our show? We're not gonna freaking stab
Come
you
check it
because
out.
because people come to your house and then
It's weird.
it's like a first date. You're all nervous.
Yeah, we tell people, hey, come to Compton on Tuesday night all the time.
They sort of know it's not too crazy because
Yeah.
it's a Tuesday, so they're like, okay,
You're
I can
all right,
do a
okay, cool.
Tuesday.
So that's how it started, and then now, I mean, we're so thankful. Now we get people that message us,
3, 2.
Hey, do you guys want to come? How can I be on the show, or how
Hell
can we
yeah.
get on, or just from other guests that we have. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, we don't discriminate and we don't say no to anybody, but so far everyone that we've had has been somewhat like an entrepreneur or doing things for themselves, or
Sure.
things for their community, what did somebody say? They're like, it was like we're all working for the circus, because the majority of the people that we interview are self-employed, or are really diving into their music or things like that. And I don't think we've met anyone that has like a 9 to 5 just yet.
A jobby job.
Yeah.
D. Rod, and all the way from Jersey, from the Dungeon Podcast, is asking if you ever been. Did you ever get nervous letting somebody into your house for the podcast?
I think the first time when I met Jose was the first in-person podcast guest that we had. So we were kind of nervous. I got like different chairs.
Different chairs? What do you mean?
Like, because...
Now you're just being extra. You had a chair, like, that's not the right chair. I need to get the right chair?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So is they like huge, so he can't have like an iron chair?
Oh, no. We have iron chairs. But no, I just wanted a look that...
Did you get him a throne? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of chair did you get?
No, just a regular chair from Walmart.
I'm like, why'd you bring up the chair?
I know. Now I'm
I think
thinking,
you
like,
can't
you
even see
got
the
a
chair when you're on.
you got a fancy bitch chair, and then like no one can see it, and you bought
He's
it
like,
from
I was
Walmart?
so nervous about the chair.
He left the tags on, bro. He took it back.
Yeah. It's all right. Look, you can love the chairs.
I
Don't
got
let
the
them.
chair.
Don't let them. Don't let them make you feel
I have
bad.
3 of them, okay? We got 3 of them.
They were on sale.
They were
They're
on
on
sale.
sale.
Don't let them make you
I'm a
feel
smart
bad.
shopper,
You
okay?
can.
I
You
believe
can
it.
care about the chairs.
Christ.
I was just trying to understand about the chair. That's all, Johnny.
I mean, I'm just saying. You
It's
just
specifics. It's the details.
Right.
It's
That
the
no one
details.
saw.
Well, not only that, but I
I
mean,
see it, but I have to look at the person, so I want to look at like a good chair.
If you want to get drunk and think too much about chairs, firme mezcal. Well, hold on.
oh shit.
Firme mezcal. I want to do it without the.
But Johnny, it's a phone call.
And then it was Mario. Never mind.
Caller, you're on the West Coast. Go ahead and turn down your listening device.
Oh, that was me screaming. I heard it. Who's this?
There we
Hello.
go. Caller, you're on the West
¿Qué?
Coast.
¿Qué pedo, pinches desmadrosos?
What's up, guys? Desmadre. What do you say?
¿Qué onda?
Desmadre y medio. What's up? How are you guys?
Hey, bro. How you doing?
What's up, Chris?
Ese desmadre. We just had him not too long ago, part of the whole podcast revolution. Where you at, Chris? You still in Mexico?
Nah, I'm at home. I'm chilling, just
Oh.
here fucking hating this fucking heat, dude.
Yeah, man. Well,
You won.
you come hang out in the studio with the AC on right now. We got
Ooh,
we
feeling good in here.
got that
yeah.
bitch at
I'm
62.
even cold.
It's so cold.
Damn.
You need a
I should have wore
sweater.
a shirt with sleeves.
That's dope. Yeah, I've been watching the episode. I've been hearing you guys talking about glizzies and how Amber punks Gill and stuff like that.
I'm like,
Hey, remember the conversation we had about
Your mustache?
Kingmakers?
About
Kingmaker, sure.
Yeah. Amber is right there at Kingmaker. That's
Absolutely.
what's up.
100%.
what's a kingmaker?
Yeah, what's that?
Kingmakers are like women that find dudes and make them kings. Like where it's like, I could see all the things that you could be doing, and I'm gonna have you do them now.
Oh,
and then
got
They
it.
become things they either couldn't or wouldn't do on their own. That becomes very easy when you have the right woman in your life.
Got it.
Like I've always said a bunch of times, if I had a mean girlfriend, I would already be rich and famous by now. Like I just don't have anybody to yell at me and make me do the things that I need to do. You know?
That does work, man. I think I've lost the most weight when I was with my ex, because she like, you know what I mean? She's
Keeps
on
you accountable.
Yeah.
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 Keeps
Yeah,
you
need
accountable.
That. You need that support.
Yes.
With anything.
Sometimes they're not even support. She's like, "What the fuck you doing?
What are you doing?
I made you that
support.
lunch. I made you that damn lunch. Why didn't you eat it?"
Yeah. Well, why'd you eat that and the other lunch? Why didn't you just stop at the one lunch I made?
Yeah.
Because it was 4 glizzies rolled out. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment, right?
It's absolutely.
It is, man.
No, it's
No,
absolutely.
it is. It
It's
is a
absolutely a
compliment.
compliment.
Absolutely.
Kingmaker.
Just every
Damn.
kingmaker has their own way. You know, some are yellers, some are
Right.
You know.
No, I don't yell. Do I yell?
Huh?
Do I yell?
No.
I'm like,
That's
"Yeah."
that's
Tell him I don't yell. Tell him. Tell him I never yell at you.
No, the reason that there's the whole punking thing that I punk, there's some other podcaster that like kind of trolls us, I guess. And on one of his episodes, he's like, "Yeah, this guy can't even think for himself. Like his girl punks him." and we cracked up. Like, it didn't even
That's
offend
funny.
us. Like, and I was just like, okay, like, sure.
Wait,
So that's
wait.
the running joke.
You have another podcast hating on you guys, and he
That's
trolls you.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That means you guys are doing something
you guys
right.
are
That's
doing-
ruffling some
Yeah.
fucking feathers.
A whole
Jesus.
other podcast. That's fine.
When the podcast is about other people's podcasts, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna make a podcast about a podcast that talks about other people's podcasts.
And how whack they're doing.
yeah.
Come on, dude.
God damn.
And there, you know what? I will say though, there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
And they talk about people's shit, and it's like I've seen a couple, and I'm thinking as I'm watching, I'm like going like, "Fuck, dog, you're talking about other people doing what you wish you could do.
Right.
Even no matter how good or bad you think it may be, you're not even doing that.
Right.
You know, you're over here fucking talking about wishing you could do that shit.
Yeah,
That's funny.
definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's where that stemmed from.
So you do punk them though.
I do punk them.
At least she's being honest.
Like, well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean this dude should be talking about it on his podcast.
But I can feel that it's in that, like, you know, sort of kidding way.
Yeah,
like
that-
low
oh,
yeah,
kind of way.
Oh, yeah.
She means it
Yeah.
with love. It's not like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like.
Because when I was there, I mean, I felt it.
Yeah, and there's like we said, like I never step over his toes of like if there's a decision that he wants to make and I know that it's adamant, I go with it. And
You
then-
let him get those chairs from
yeah,
Walmart.
I
is
let him
what you're
get those
telling me.
chairs from Walmart.
Give me that. Just
No,
give me the
there's
chairs.
synergy,
Okay?
and I think that he
Hilarious.
keeps me in line too because I'm not as organized as our entire
Yeah, he's
show
got
is.
spreadsheets
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
Calendars,
he has
spreadsheets.
calendars, spreadsheets. He like sends me like it's just our personal shit.
Look
And
at
he
your
sends me like
emails.
Google like
Read your emails.
yeah, read my emails. He's like, I emailed you, and I'm
Hilarious.
like, I'm sitting right next to you.
Like,
He's
I
like,
didn't-
yeah, but I emailed you, so
It's
it's
accountability, okay?
Like, so it's in like copy. And I'm
Everything
like-
on
Paper
paper.
trail.
Like there's a
Paper
business,
trail.
there's a
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
email.
Yes.
he's like dinner at 7:00. I
Yeah.
emailed you. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I emailed you my request for dinner and breakfast for the next day.
Options. I gave you my options.
no option. He wanted them gizzies or whatever the fuck.
Amber, get the meatloaf.
Oscar wants to know when you guys are getting married.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, Oscar.
Damn.
Come on, moment of truth.
Too long of a response.
Where's
right?
that feed my mezcal?
Give me some mezcal, bro.
Hey, if you want to avoid questions about when you're going to marry your girlfriend, fear name is Scott.
Like, give me a shot. I don't even drink.
It's coming soon. I gotta, you know me. I gotta organize the whole proposal.
He has to email my parents.
I got,
You gotta make
putting
some
together the
spreadsheets.
email.
Yeah,
I
get
gotta
some
do the
spreadsheets together. Yeah.
I gotta put it on the calendar.
Hold on, your parents' email? Hell yeah, that's
Hell
what's
yeah.
up. Fuck yeah. I barely got my mom on an iPad and shit. So.
My parents
there we
aren't that old. My parents are 53 and 54.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay.
They're like my age. I'm not older than that. I'm not that old, but close.
My
It's only
sister's
like
age.
5 years.
Yeah. Damn.
So pretty soon, Oscar. Pretty soon, I gotta get that together. I gotta make it special.
For a long time, and look, I'm gonna defend him. But for a long time, our first year of being together, he was like, "Let's get married. Let's do it." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I fell in love hard and quick.
Yeah.
You want to get at that horchata money,
You wanted
huh?
our shots on my-
You want to get the horchatas for life.
Churros for life.
How long have you been together?
4 years.
4
now.
years?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were gonna be like, we've been together for 12 years.
Hell no.
Oh no.
4 years is
You have
my
a cap, right?
I
You have a
a
cap? Yeah, she has a cap.
Wait,
Before
what's your
what?
cap?
Before you guys are breaking up or what? Like 4
4
years
years
and you're out?
is like my
And you're out?
I'm out.
You're leaving?
I'm done, yeah.
Damn, how many more? Wait.
yeah.
How many more months left on this?
We just turned 4 years.
Okay, so you got 11 months, bro, to fucking figure some shit out. Like the shit's already happening.
It's on the calendar. It's on the
It's on the
calendar.
calendar.
I'm working
Gil, I
towards
say
it.
I say you push it, bro, and you know, are you worth it for her to stay 5?
Yeah.
Oh, there
You know, flip it on her.
we go. There we go.
You
It's a
know,
good one.
She just give you the dirty
All
eye,
right.
man.
I'll go somewhere else.
she'll start her own podcast.
She's like, I will produce another podcast right in front of you.
His friend,
I'll
one of
make
his
you watch me
friends,
produce another podcast.
What's it? What? Rambling.
Yeah.
We went to go help them, and he was like, "I'm just gonna put it out there. If you guys ever break up, I'm gonna get Amber to come produce. And I was like, no, you're not.
She just told me she's gonna go to that dude that's talking shit. She's gonna go produce that show now.
I'm gonna be like, hey, you want me to punk you?
You convinced
Oh my
me.
God.
You convinced me.
That's the name of your new podcast.
You want me to punk you?
You want me to punk you? Yeah.
And then just bring men and just punk them the whole hour.
Just talk shit to them the whole hour.
I'm
Get
sure
outta
they'll
here.
like that.
I'm not even gonna say nothing to you. Get out of here.
I can't even word my words.
Chris, would you go on that show to go get punked?
I already did.
Oh, okay, good. but again,
I'm down.
hell yeah. Chris, do you have what's going on in your world, man? I mean, where should we check you out? Because you're all over the place.
He
with
has
all the
a show
different things.
coming up, don't you?
Yeah, I have a show coming up August 25th. We're bringing the band from Mexico City called Los Cogelones. And then we're going to have a band from Southgate, Chencha Berrinches.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then And then we're going to have a cumbia band, Los Guaraperos. So it's going to be dope, dude. Hopefully you guys can make it. It's at the Bricks Rock Bar, Friday, August 25th. So come through, and then, yeah, dude, I mean, check me out tomorrow on my radio show, Desmadre Medio Radio, through psychradiosf.com at 10 a.m. to noon.
Hey, fool, you up that early?
What's up? Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I have
shit.
to.
Okay. I don't know. For some reason, you just picked for someone that got up at least by 2 o'clock.
Yeah, no. I mean, I kind of
the
have to only
mustache.
on Wednesdays, but then other than that,
Only on
it's sorry.
He's like, look, one day a
Okay,
week.
one
All
day.
right, one day
I was
a
partially
week.
right, though. I was partially right.
Yeah, you
give you
were,
one
for sure.
Make sure you get. Is there pre-sale tickets that you can get for the show?
Yeah, they're on Tiqueton.com.
Oh,
It's a Spanish website.
Oh, que cabrón. Ticketon. Make sure you guys get all your tickets right there. Thank you,
Simón,
Chris,
Simón.
for calling, being part of the West Coast, and obviously being friends with the Mind Buzz.
The Mind Buzz. Yeah,
Thanks,
mad love to them.
Chris.
Always
Chris.
supporting them. Thank you guys for the love and support as
Tell your
well.
wife we said hi.
You got it.
Yeah, we'll do it. But yeah, we'll be in touch. And yeah, que siga el desmadre y medio. Thank you guys for taking my call.
There we go.
Bye.
Peace.
So
See
what
you.
does
Good
that?
night.
What does that
Bye.
mean? What does Mind Buzz mean?
The Mind Buzz. I don't know. So when I initially first wanted to start a podcast, I wanted something that was like mind altering type of cerebral type of like inside your brain type of thing, and I just came up with Mind Buzz. Like I sent you a few podcast names, and I think
charts.
the
Via-
Mind Buzz.
Via email, do you remember?
It was
Like,
a text
remember
message.
when I did the
It's in the names
PowerPoint?
folder.
It was a graph, okay? It was a
It was
graph
a
of
26 slide.
I
was
need
a-
you to. I
it
need you
was
to
a
sit down.
ratio.
I need you to grab a seat. I have a presentation I'd like to show you. This is going to be about 45 minutes. You're going to grab something to drink. We're going to get started.
And he has like a little bow tie he wears for his presentation.
By the way, I can only imagine him cuddling at night and just whisper in your ear, "Don't forget the spring."
Hey, check your email.
Check your emails.
Hey, I just sent you an email while you're in the bathroom. Can you check that?
It's not like urgent, but by like tomorrow.
It's not urgent, but I need you to
Absolutely.
read that right now.
Hey, but it keeps our life going.
TPS report. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember any of the other names that were up there?
What was the number 2? What did Mind Buzz outbeat?
Oh, between the bites. That's what
Between the
Between the
bites?
bites.
between bites.
Between bites.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was it going to be a foodie
He was
podcast?
on mushrooms.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, I was
No,
all-
yeah,
Wait, right now or then? Okay.
both,
Or always?
both. No, I think the between bites name came between was between like my psychedelic trips on mushrooms. So I think like the total podcast was gonna be like about psychedelics. That was the initial plan, was the show to be about psychedelic mushrooms, LSD, peyote.
What have you done?
Pretty much all of them except for peyote. I'm looking for peyote and DMT. Those are the two things that I haven't tried: mescaline, peyote, and DMT.
Which is the one you went to?
Peyote would be fun. Ayahuasca.
Ooh.
Have you done ayahuasca?
Is that the one that makes you shit yourself?
I mean, you can't. It's some that does.
He's like,
See how she
did
went to
you
punk?
shit yourself?
She went to punk.
Yeah. Oh, you
Not only, was that an awesome
and shit
experience?
yourself?
Oh, you gotta shit yourself. bud.
Shit yourself, Johnny. Was it worth it?
I'm like, did you shit yourself? Sorry.
Have you ever smoked DMT?
No.
DMT's pretty wild.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I heard it's wild.
There was
Like different stories are crazy.
a customer. And I worked at a tattoo shop in Minnesota. And so this guy came in and he was getting all like this third eye, fucking white, wild, psychedelic shit. We started talking. He was like, "Yeah, you guys want some fucking DMT?" We're like, "Yeah, of course." It's a guy. And the guy
There in the shop?
No, we didn't do it there,
Oh,
but he was like, "I'll bring you some. I'll bring you guys some next
nice.
time." So he brought us some. And the guy who was doing the tattoo, we went to his house, and he told me I had to do it first because he got it. And he was like, "You have to do it first." I go, "What do you mean? Like it's yours. We're in your house." And he goes, "Yeah, exactly. So I get to decide who goes first, and you go first." And I was like, "God damn it!" And so, so we smoked out of a bong, and so I come back because I'm catatonic, like ding, and I come back and I just look at him and I go, "Holy shit!" And he goes, "What?" And I go, "Holy shit!" He goes, "What?" And I go, "You have to do it." And it was all like slipping through my fingers. Like what I remember, it was all like I came back and I vividly remembered everything. But then it was like going fast, and I didn't understand why. And I read this thing, so I started reading. I was like, "Why don't I remember my DMT trip?" And they said, "Imagine you're like a little 5 gigabyte zip drive, and you get plugged into the internet for 15 minutes, and you don't even know what the internet is, but you're plugged into the internet for 15 minutes. What do you bring back?" And it's like, and that's how I was so like, "Wah!"
Okay.
And you come back and it's like, and so the only two things that I know for sure, this is what I said then, it's still true now, that one, that was the best thing I ever did. And two, everything's okay. And whatever that means to you, yeah, that way too. Everything's okay. Like that's.
Did you experience like any like machine elves or
I didn't
see
monsters
or something like that?
I didn't see any
Entities,
of that. Or if I did, I don't
aliens.
remember. But on ayahuasca, I for sure.
Shit yourself.
No. There's it's her. I mean, it's her. I call her Babe, but she's like, she's an entity like that a lot of people see when you do ayahuasca, and like I didn't know about her.
Was she green?
No, but I couldn't. So the thing about I've never looked directly at her. Like it has to be peripheral. Like if you look at her, it looks like infinity. It looks like you just see the universe. You know what I mean? But as at a peripheral, I can see that she's like a beautiful fucking woman. But every time you look, it's like, and it's like it's too much. But so I've met her a bunch of times, and I call her Babe.
This was ayahuasca.
Yeah, she's my interdimensional alien girlfriend. I asked her if she was God, and she laughed at me and said God was just a word. And I said, that's what God would say. I was like, that is exactly. I was like, you think I'm stupid? That's exactly what God would say. What kind of dummy do you think I am?
Dang, that's crazy.
But it's all gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. Babe's got us, no problem. I mean, I think so, or else, she don't have anything to do with it. She's laughing at me for thinking she does. She's like, you think I control any of that? Dummy. Like, I'm just here.
So that's what it was going to be, all drugs and
at the beginning, it was going to be just stories of, just like Johnny's stories. Like, it was going to be stories of people tripping on acid, mushrooms, and stuff like that. And then it kind of like, it evolved like just any other things do. And
well, you're gonna have Johnny on next then.
Yeah.
So you can tell us stories.
Heck
there we
yeah.
go. But it was like it went into like conspiracies like around 2020 and all that good stuff. Like that
was the perfect time.
It went through like an array of different like I was trying new things out. I was listening to different podcasts.
Yeah.
And it just evolved into what it is now. Like
what are some podcasts you like?
Of course, I like the Joe Rogan Experience. I love Howard Stern. Like we've been listening to Howard Stern for the past couple days, just listening to that radio station, and just I don't know, just the way that they interview, like just listening to them, it's wild, dude. I like listening to that stuff. Yeah.
Any smaller ones?
Smaller what?
Not smaller, but podcasts.
Oh yeah, Renting with Ramos.
Yeah.
Of course, we listened to that one.
Yeah.
Shameless
Throw a
plug.
little plug in there for you,
Shameless
sir.
plug.
He's our homie now. I like him.
By the way, he wants to go do drugs with you, apparently. So
Let's do lithium.
Lithium.
Oh,
Lithium?
I thought that said. What I read was let's go to the lithium grill, and I was like, what's the lithium
hungry.
grill? Yeah, I was like, what's the lithium grill? Oh,
It's where they make the ribs in the restroom.
yeah,
Restroom ribs.
Restroom ribs
it's a classy place.
with the blow dryer.
He also asked if there was a guest that you regret having on.
Ooh.
Steve Flores.
Yeah.
I don't think we regret anybody.
No.
No, absolutely not. I think every time we speak to someone and we have a conversation and we learn about them and what they do, honestly, like, I know it's going to sound really fucking cliche, but we learn something. Like, there's always... It keeps our conversations going, like, till the next day, and we think about it and things like that. I mean, are there guests that maybe made us feel a little uncomfortable at some time?
Let me go through the...
Yeah.
Let's go
The
through the
roster.
spreadsheet.
He's like,
Oh,
By the way,
Spreadsheet. I have
Yeah,
it.
let me
Yeah.
see. You guys are on a rating system. So I gotta
I had
see
a lady once that came
the
and
lowest
she was like
rating.
blasted. She was drunk.
She wasn't drunk.
She
She
was
got
drunk.
on the podcast.
Well, she came maybe really high,
was
but she was like
buzzed. Yeah,
falling
she
off her
was
chair,
high.
and we're
Damn.
like, "Fuck!" And I was like, "She's gonna like pass out in our studio, and I'm not gonna know what to do."
Drag her outside.
Yeah.
And we had a
Like,
guest that farted on our show.
Have
yeah.
you?
Not on the show, but after. I'm not
yeah.
getting
Oh
no name, no name.
man, I'm waiting for
Chris
that
is
to
wild.
happen.
Chris is wild, dude.
No, it wasn't Chris. It wasn't Chris.
I like the burp when they're talking, and then it, like the burp
That
comes
happens all
out.
the time.
I know. I'm like,
sorry.
No, coughing and burp. I mean, it's.
I'm
especially
waiting
when
for
you're
a
I'm a
trying-
human being. I have body functions.
Yeah.
Except when you grab water bottles on purpose.
He used to do that a lot. He used to crunch the water bottle a lot.
Drives me fucking wild.
And then he's just like, but you don't notice it because you're
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah,
And he's just talking. You're like, what? And I don't want to say nothing because you're trying
Yeah.
to like, hey, can you hear that?
The whole time it's like the evil stare. Like,
I don't know what you guys are talking
we
about.
had a guest once that we don't know if we pissed him off. We don't know what we said.
No,
like,
I was okay. I was all right.
It was right. I
You're
don't know
fine.
what happened.
You're a fine Steve.
was
Okay.
fine.
No, but we have like our outro. You know how we have the little outro music where you get to plug yourself in. So it's like a 2-minute outro music. So we're like, oh, thanks for being on here. I clicked on it. And we weren't done. And he was already taking off his headphones. He had put his like satchel on.
Backpack
was ready to
on.
go.
He was ready
He was
to
ready to
leave.
go.
He's
Like,
like, I'm over this shit.
done. And
On-
we're like, what the fuck?
Honestly, I'm going through the podcast stuff right now for the Mind Buzz, and I don't see anybody that I regretted to
yeah.
have on. I really don't.
How many guests have you
No.
had? Or how many shows have you had?
At least 173.
173
173
right there.
finished last night.
last night.
I think the only thing, the regret. How do you feel about this? About doing virtuals now, since we're so used to doing in-person stuff? Like, how do you feel? I feel like this weird, like
on the Skype style ones?
Yeah.
I hate those.
I don't want to do
Hate
them.
those.
Yeah.
We've turned down guests that we would love to have on because they wouldn't come in. Because at first
Were they in
we're on."
California?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, if you were someplace else, like yeah, you
Right.
were fine.
Yeah, there's people that I've reached out to and that I'm working on, like Psycho Mike, who used to be on K Rock with me. He lives in Texas now, so the only way we could have him is to have him on,
Fly him
Skype.
out.
Yeah.
No, he's not worth the fly out. I love you, Mike, but you ain't worth the fly out. No. Unless he comes out here to visit his parents or whatever.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cool. But when you have something like that, and even then, dude, it just because it's so there's a little time, that
Yeah, a little delay.
delay, and because we had Doto on. Doto was a character on Kevin and Bean, and that was one of the worst guests we've ever had.
Does he bother you anymore, Marco?
No, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I feel like we're saying his name like fucking.
I know, like
don't
fucking
say no,
Beetlejuice.
yeah.
Like Candyman. We're gonna like make
Yeah,
him show
he's
up.
Yeah,
outside
2
the
more
door.
tries.
But I mean, he came on and dude, it was crazy. It was first he didn't want to show his whole face on his phone, So he's doing it off his
What?
phone. And then his dad comes in the room. It was just all crazy. And he's
The phone, Dad.
yeah.
He's all getting whipped. He's like,
No, and then he puts the phone, like,
your
the
room.
camera towards the ceiling, so there's no more Doto. It's ceiling. It was just
oh,
What
shit.
the-
shit
shit show.
Yeah, shit show for sure.
Dang, that sucks.
For sure. It was a
I,
shit show.
I think it does suck.
It bothers me now.
Yeah.
And after the last one, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It would have been a massive, great show if he would have just went into the studio.
Yeah,
it
we
would have
had
been great.
A really, really cool guest, and this is a thing that has happened to us twice already, where they sign up on our little calendar. You know, the little one
When
that
they
we
can come
did.
in, yeah.
We had one where he, I liked him a lot. I still
Jose
like
Olivares.
Don't say his name.
Oh, sorry.
Dude, you're out there, bro. Jose.
It's out there, but he filled out our little questionnaire, and then when we asked like,
He
what,
even put
what
a drink.
What drinks do you want?
He
And
put
he's
a
like,
drink
Jamaica,
on there.
right? Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I go to the store, and Gilbert's like, well, let's just buy a Jamaica. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy a bottle of Jamaica when I know how to make Jamaica. Like, so I go and I buy the Jamaica flour.
Damn,
I come
freshly
home, I fucking
made.
boiled
Freshly
it.
made. Freshly
I
made.
made it. I put it like in a nice little carafe,
Holy
like everything.
shit.
And this fool's like, can you send me the link to the show? And I'm like, the link?
The what?
What the fuck? Like, and he's like, yeah, I'm in New York. I was like,
I'm gonna send you the link to this Jamaica, fool.
I'm in New York.
he wasn't. So he never let us know that he was in New York and that we were doing. Again, we didn't ask. We just assumed
Sure.
as well. So it was on both parties.
And we left early. We were doing something
it
with
was
the family.
No, we were celebrating Mother's Day
Yeah.
at the park, and we left like a little earlier than like my family, and we were like, no, that's the time the guy canceled. It was
Oh,
the
okay.
Mother's Day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had someone
So
cancel.
he lives in New York.
He lives in New York.
Okay, that's on your bad. That's your bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm
your
saying.
Someone
too.
didn't do their homework.
Yeah. Come on, Gil. Wasn't that on the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
No.
Gil.
No, actually, this was your guess.
That was my guess.
This was
my,
your
it was
guess.
my, yeah, it
Yeah.
was my fault.
But I thought he made spreadsheets for everything. Didn't matter.
But see, he travels from New York to LA because
Oh, okay.
he's like an author and
So when
poet and
she
stuff
she
like that.
came to me with the initial like, hey, we're gonna have this guy on, I was like, well, is he traveling? Like, is he doing like a book tour? Like, what's going on?
and I was like, yeah, I think so because I seen.
I
his
even bought one of
Instagram
his books the same day. I bought two.
to get it signed.
I bought two because I was gonna keep one for the studio and then do like a giveaway.
Got this full fresh homemade drinks.
Yeah,
Books
bought his
aside.
Bought two books.
He was great. The interview was good,
Yeah,
but it's
it's not the same.
not the same.
If I would have known that you were the horchata queen of Paramount, I would have asked for horchata. I would have been like, oh, that's horchata.
I only bought one book for one guest, and it was a magazine. We had a fucking Playboy, an ex-Playboy Playmate from the 90s come down, so I had her sign her fucking vagina
Oh,
for me.
nice.
That was cute.
Ooh, okay.
I gotta frame that shit up somewhere. I don't know where, but I gotta frame
I was
it
gonna
up.
say,
I kind of want to get. I've virtually interviewed Jasmine St. Clair, and I kind of want to get her back to see if she can do.
Not gonna happen.
Denied. Request denied.
Pinups. What else do we got?
So,
But I mean, what? Really? You wouldn't?
No, yeah, I would.
Come on.
virtually only, though.
Virtually.
right?
Virtually.
She can only
Is there
say
somebody
Vermont.
that you would like to have on that that's out there? One of those like,
Chippendales.
Like freaking.
No, just just in general,
No, I think I.
Or somebody from an industry.
or whatever,
That you would like to have.
famous, someone.
No, you know what? And I'm gonna sound like, I don't know. I think we talked about this, but I've never like fangirled over anyone or never
Yeah.
like really. I don't want to say idolized anyone in industry, but it was just one of those things that I was never like, oh my god, my crush. Like, yeah, I thought they were cute, but never someone that I was like fangirling.
She
over.
wants to interview a luchador.
Yeah, I would like a lucha libre person on our show.
Oh man, we have those all
That
the
shit would be
time.
cool.
We can get you one of those really quick.
But anybody that I'm like, I think like with Jose, like the guy that wrote the book, I'm a really big fan. So having him on was like, I was really excited.
Yeah.
So when it was virtual, I was like,
See, Jose,
wow,
what you
wow,
did,
wow.
bro? You broke hearts, bro.
That's what
Yeah,
he does.
luchadores are always cool. We've had quite a few of them on here, and guys that have been around for quite a while. Little Cholo.
Pilota Suicida.
Oh, that's right.
Seals on here.
Nice.
Who
Mariachi
else?
Loco via
Mariachi
Skype.
Loco, via Skype.
Via Skype.
That one wasn't too bad because we had some guys inside in here and him, so that wasn't too bad. They were talking a little bit of smack because they were going to fight at the Rumble. They were fighting each other.
See, but even like that, the the guy who was in studio had such an advantage over the guy on Skype. Well, they were like, I mean, it was funny, but like trying to talk shit, you can't come back fast on that. Like, you know what I mean? There's already a delay. Like we've moved on. Like we've moved on. You know?
Yeah, that is very true. You guys went to a show recently. You were talking about saying something about that earlier.
Yeah, so we seen the. How did you find it? The flyer
On his page.
On his page.
On your page.
So he was following you, and then he seen the flyer. He sent it to me via email. No.
What the times leave? What's a
He's
pack?
like, be ready. So we thought it was just Lucha and then Evil Cooks our friends, so they were gonna be there. So we're like, all right, let's go.
And you've had them on your podcast.
Yeah, we've had them on podcast. Well, I've known them for a while already. And so I invite my parents, and we're like, all right, you guys want to go to a Lucha event? And we're like, all right. So we get to Santa Anita, and then I see like all these bomber cars, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then I see people with wagons and tables and chairs, and I'm like, dang, the people are gonna fight too. Like I didn't know. Like I didn't know it was like an entire car show and everything event. So I was like, dang, people really like Lucha Libre. Like, because there was a lot of people. So we get in there, we pay our fee, and I'm like, all right, I guess. I was like, should we have brought our chairs? Because I see people with chairs and everything.
Yeah, people were pulling out chairs, hieleras, everything.
Yeah, and then we go under the tunnel, and then we come out, and it's like this huge, like, and it said like bomber or something. And I was like, are we at the right place? And I'm all calling my parents. I was like, just wait in the corner, hold on. Let me see.
For the first 5 minutes, we thought we were at the different event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cholo Fest at the fucking 99 or what?
No, they had a bomb show, and we also had Lucha Libre in there and stuff. So it was a combination of 2 events in one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. I remember. That's right. You curated the Lucha that show. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened, and we were like wondering for a while, and I'm like, all right.
That would have sucked if you would have turned around and left.
Like,
Yeah,
this
we
is
must
not
not
this
be
is
at the right
yeah,
place.
Like, we're not
yeah.
at the right place. No,
Yeah.
but we seen Evil Cooks, and we're like, okay, we're at the right place.
Yeah,
Go get
yeah.
breakfast.
And then he asked later, he's like, where's the Lucha? And then, we went to the
Yeah.
to the
correct
ring.
Rating with Ramos is asking, not
Jesus
even
Christ,
fangirl over Morrissey. You're a big Morrissey fan?
No, I like Morrissey, but
Damn, Ramos. I was
Damn,
about to
because
be
Mario is.
Yeah.
You got
he's
the fan. You got
he's a big Ramos is a big Morrissey.
You
fan.
got Mario all excited. He wants
know.
to talk. He was like, thought he
We're going
found
to talk
Sorry.
Morrissey.
I think I'm about to be friends with Ramos and shit.
Yeah, Ramos is a cool guy.
You guys can
What's up, man? Want to start ranting or what?
Do you guys want to cry together and not eat meat?
Johnny, I eat meat. But I
So
do cry.
Ramos, what's his podcast about?
His podcast about food culture. I mean, anything that he gets his
Conspiracies. Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Not
though.
anymore. I think he's shifted
Yeah.
too. But yeah, just
We had Carl, the conspiracy guy, for a while coming on here.
It's good
One of
stuff.
our friends. Yeah, he has some interesting stuff.
are there stuff that you like believe in? Like do when people talk like conspiracy? Okay, well here's one. Like
Go for
Ramos. Ramos is a flat earther.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Do you guys believe in
Makes
that?
sense.
No.
Too many facts.
I used to live with a dude who was a flat earther. So I've seen all the evidence. I've watched all the videos. He made me watch fucking everything. I was like, fuck out of here.
What do you call us?
Globers.
Yeah, but on the
We're
other side,
ballers.
but on the other side of that, there's like when I was a kid, if you brought up aliens or UFOs or anything, you were treated like an idiot. Like, and it's like, this is obviously not real. Why are you talking about that? And then tomorrow, there's congressional hearings talking about that where it's basically going to be admitted by like this is all real. It's been real the whole time. You know, so as much as it's like that. This was considered a conspiracy theory. This was considered fringe. This was considered you were a lunatic.
Yeah.
And now it's taken however many years. It's like, oh, it turns out not so much. You know,
Like,
it turns out we were right. So.
Hold on, fucking Ramos over here about to
Jesus
open up some
Christ.
fucking can of worms. Dinosaurs are fake?
Oh
What
yeah.
the
I don't wanna
fuck?
get into that either.
Jose, call and explain yourself, please.
How
With
are they
the
fake?
giants and
There's
the
bones.
flat Earth and
There
He
was
doesn't
fake.
know. He
They're
Giants-
fake.
The giants
They were
are
put
real.
there.
Yeah, Christians believe that those are rocks put here by God to test our faith, is what a lot of people see about dinosaur bones. But giants 100% were a real thing. Like everything on Earth before the last extinction event, everything was bigger.
Yeah.
Like dinosaurs were fucking huge, animals were like we were
I'm
bigger.
from that era.
We were bigger too. Like it's just we were.
But there's like evidence, like even like scorpions were like 4 or 5 feet long, and then they started evolving. I mean, it's because if you believe in evolution, then all of what you're saying is, well, that's what I believe in.
I mean,
too,
giants
is
as far as like
true.
big skyscraper tall humans.
No,
I
not
don't
like
think so.
40
No,
feet
I
tall.
think
No, I
Like,
think
just
yeah.
a little bit
7, 8
I'm talking about
foot.
like
Yeah.
10, 11
Of course.
foot
Yeah.
people. No
What?
problem. Yeah.
Because
They're all basketball players back in the day?
Native Americans have had drawings in their caves of
Of
giants.
the big ass dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not aliens?
No.
Even
Oh.
like the Aztecs too, they
Yeah.
show like in their drawings and stuff like that.
Of giant
like
people.
Giant people.
And dude, every once in a blue moon, you get someone that's fucking like 7, almost 8 feet.
Sure.
You know?
But
Well, there was
but
different
you also-
there was different humans back then. Like
Yeah.
there
What?
were Homo
Subspecies.
sapiens. They like
Yeah.
at different continents had different humans.
Yeah, but also you have to think like if they were little like me, like anybody's looking big, you know, like looking like
Sure.
giants too. Because like I remember when I went to Chihuahua, and they have like, you know, like the like natives that were there, and I was seeing the ruins. Their doorways were like, I'm not even kidding you, they were like half my size, and I was like, why are they so tiny? And then, you know, they were saying like, oh, they were like really small people.
Those people are called. I know what they're. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about? Like,
yeah.
so I mean, that could be too a depiction of, I'm not saying
Why
that
don't you come out and
giants
produce our
didn't-
show? Start hitting up. You would have had the answer already on the computer.
I would have
Yeah.
had the answer for you already.
When I was in Peru, so we're in the jungle, and I see this frog that's like the size bigger than a dinner plate, around like this giant fucking. We were even on drugs that night, and I was just like, you like, holy shit, you know. And one of the guys that's there that lives in the jungle was telling me that everything sizes up in the Amazon like that. He was like, whatever, however big you think something's supposed to be, it gets that much, you know. And it was like, holy shit, you know. So everything gets big in the jungle.
Damn. You know what, too? When I was on the Queen Mary itself, everything's smaller. The rooms are smaller. The restrooms.
Oh, sure.
Everything.
People
People were smaller.
People were smaller.
My friend Nick lived in Oakland. He had their house was a historical place. They had a water tower outside when trains used to come by. This is where trains would rewater and all that stuff. And inside of his house, the doorways are like this small. The shower only comes up to here. And just because people were we haven't figured out as a species. We barely figured out what we're supposed to be eating like 10 years ago. Like we haven't people weren't eating the right stuff. They were like their nutrition was all off, so they grew like, you know.
My ex-girlfriend had one of those homes.
Yeah,
the trains,
like-
it's all tiny.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why is
I was
everything
like,
so
damn,
small
this-
in here?
Move. I'm too big for this shit. Either you move or we're breaking up. And we broke up.
She picked.
Yeah.
I told her to pick, and she did.
She did. She sent me an email. We're broken. Don't come back. My house is too small for your ass.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. No, it's always conspiracy is always fun to dabble with and to talk about and stuff. But you know what? To me, conspiracies are like politics and religion. You just can't talk to people about it because some people are just so into what they believe, and that's it. They don't even want to hear the other side.
Yeah.
They're just like, you're never gonna change my mind. I believe in aliens. Fuck you, blah blah blah. And to me, it's just like, if we can't just have a conversation, a friendly conversation, and explore ideas. I'm not trying to change your mind, but let's, tell me what you know. Let's explore and let's fucking have fun with it and have some fucking Peter and Mezcal and talk some good ass conspiracies. No, you got to get crazy. And there's too many people like that, you know, or at least right now,
Yeah, I think it stems from like passion, right? But then when does passion become
insanity?
Like, insanity.
I think because
exactly.
people hold those beliefs as a part of their identity.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you go against their identity, then there's something wrong right there.
It's
that
personal.
they're thinking about, and it becomes a lot personal.
Because they've believed in that forever, and that's all they've known, and that's what they, like you said, it's their identity.
Yeah.
And that's like, what do I become if this is fake and it's not real?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Like, who am I? Like, where do I belong?
Or even like, being made fun of after if it's not or debunked or anything like,
Yeah.
so you just like want to.
Because there's hundreds of them, right? There's we never landed on the moon. The
like that
North
one.
and South poles are not even real, like because you can't even fly over them.
Yeah, that's part of flat Earth.
But see, but even people now say that you can't fly over them because there's something there. There's a base or some bullshit. There's always something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that there's sometimes like proof on both sides,
Proof.
quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's a free fly zone, so you can't fly over it. Why? Oh, because there's this there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So there's that little bit of like,
This is a true
maybe,
thing. This is true that you. It's
Yeah.
like, but the why is like, oh come on, man.
yeah. But yeah, it's always crazy, man.
I think
You know.
when there's actual like dinosaurs that we have actual tangible proof, like that's like how do you go against that? You know, like
The one thing that I always thought was like, well, why aren't we finding these bones everywhere? You know what I'm saying? Like when they do it,
It's super hard to make a fossil. Like it is not. It's like
No, but I'm just
1%
saying,
of
yeah.
things are like 1% of the
fossilized.
things that died
Oh,
get
yeah.
made. Look, if we died, if tomorrow we were wiped out in 10,000 years in the world actually, the only things that would be left, the only reminders of us even ever being here would be Mount Rushmore and the pyramids. Everything else would be fucking gone. Not a memory of it. Not a, oh, here's some stuff. No, broken down and gone. You know, like that's.
and we didn't always occupy the entire world either. We were in certain
still don't.
regions. Yeah, we
Yeah,
still don't.
Where the different ocean levels are at now.
Yeah.
Like this is.
The
'Cause
ocean
we-
is a whole
Oh,
other
yeah,
frickin'
Yeah,
That
because when
was
you go
wild
to,
when you
I
looked
went
at
to the
that.
Grand Canyon, and on top of the Grand Canyon, there's fossilized fish.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, the water was way the fuck up here?
Yeah.
Jesus
Sedona,
Christ.
same thing.
Yeah,
When
that's
I went
crazy.
to what the fuck is that place called? Arches National Park in Utah.
Oh, yeah.
So you go there and it's like you are very obviously at the bottom of the ocean. Like it's dry, you know, but you look up and there's these giant walls and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like I mean that's what happened. A glacier moved through there and it was all water. But looking around, it's very obvious that that's what it's like. Oh, we're at the bottom of a dry ocean. Like this is wild. Like
Yeah.
there was just water here and it went that high. Like
Yeah.
where did it all go? Like
Yeah.
are you fucking
And people
kidding
always
me?
say like the ocean will reclaim what once was theirs.
The
Like,
arrogance of
that's
people
the
that live at the
thing.
beach. The arrogance of people that live on the beach because you don't remember the last time the water came and snatched all this up doesn't mean it won't happen tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
like if the ocean wanted all this back, it would come get it back tomorrow.
Hell yeah. That's scary.
Dude, that's way scary. Ain't it? Like driving around the South Bay and you're miles and miles inland, but you'll see a sign that says like flood, you know, like because they know like it would only take one big wave and all this is
One tsunami.
underwater. All this is underwater for miles in. You think like, oh, we're good here. And it's like, nah, you're. It would take just that little bit, and we're fucking fucked.
Damn.
No one's safe.
So go out tonight, get some fear. If you wanna, if you wanna have an existential crisis about the future of reality, fear and mezcal.
That'll be the only thing left after the world's been taken.
That and Keith Richards. I think. Feed Me Mescal and Keith Richards.
Well, you know what's not a conspiracy? That we're the #1 live podcast every Tuesday night. It's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. Thank you guys very much for coming out today. We had a great conversation with you. Please let us know where to catch you guys. Give us everything you got.
Social media breakdowns.
Check us out on Instagram at The Mind Buzz. You can also check us out on YouTube, Mind Buzz. And then also check out our newly designed website, mindbuzz.org. We do a range of things. We're not only a podcast, we're also a podcast production company. If you are looking to elevate your current podcast or you're looking to start one, hit us up, mindbuzz.org.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys.
Professional right there, man. Thank you for coming out.
Professional.
Michelada Rumble, September 16th. Make sure to get your tickets. We have Trish Toledo, Jackie Mendez, and the return of the Aquanet set, DJ
Aquanet
Ron,
set.
and Jeff Garcia, Old School Power 106. It was a show that they had on there back in the day. It hasn't been done for over 10 years. They're bringing it back. September 16th, Michelada Rumble. Tickets only $25. Kids in free parking. Come on, man. You can't beat it. Dude.
Can't
you cannot
beat
beat
it.
it. VIP 55 and you get 2 drinks, man.
And
Two
we'll
24s.
We'll all be there.
And you know what I'm
I'll
going to do?
I don't know if Mario will
I'm
be
going to
there.
sneak in a bottle of Feed Me Mezcal. So if you see me there, we will take some shots. You know what I'm saying?
No. You don't take shots.
I mean, you sip it.
But you know what I
Sip.
mean? We'll
You
sip
sip
it.
You'll get some shots.
Give it a
You'll get a shot to kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Kiss it on your own.
Put it on my
Okay,
Camelback.
Johnny, you gonna be anywhere?
Oh, I have a show this Thursday. Third Wheel Hollywood. At what time is it? What time is Ego Death?
See if you had a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Look right here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
now
look
I'm not
right
crazy.
here.
Now I'm not crazy. Now
You're
I'm not too crazy.
You're like, look, you see that? That's why I do it. So you see this idiot? He don't know nothing. Thursday at 8. Third Wheel Hollywood. I'm gonna be. It's Ego Death show, which is you tell a story and then sing a song. Well, you tell a story, an embarrassing story, and then blind karaoke after that. So they start the karaoke, but you don't get the words. You just if you don't,
Shoot.
right. So you just have to know the words. So I will be telling a story about my mom catching me jacking off when I was 25 years old,
Nice.
and I will be singing "New York's All Right If You Like Saxophones" by Fear. So that should be sweet.
Okay.
Nice.
How about you, sir?
And if everyone's going to be in Vegas this weekend, come stop by the iconic House of Blues inside of the Mandalay Bay. Lucha Vavoom is hitting the road, and we'll be out there hanging out. So it's going to be hot as fuck. We're going to have Lucha, we're going to have Burlesque, and we're going to have Vegas, baby, the 7 deadly sins. So guys, come out, get your tickets at luchavavoom. No, actually, take it back at livenation.com.
Oh, shit.
Get your tickets right now for Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th, and then they're making a round back here to LA in August 18th at the beautiful Mayan in downtown LA. So get your tickets for that. And don't forget, save October 20th. We're going to do a Sad Boy fucking festival. I haven't announced it yet, but it's coming.
Oh man, Sad Boy Fest 2023 is
Ooh,
here.
it's going to be sad.
Start crying.
It's going to be sad.
Put that mascara on so you
Super
can
sad.
cry it out your eyes.
Stock up.
Super sad.
Stock up on your mascara. Stock up on
Your lipsticks.
Doc Martens and fucking and boots.
And all
You
your
got
leather
some Harley
leather
boots,
daddy
a
accessories.
sweet wallet chain. Get that and get ready to cry, man. It's coming.
And thank you to everybody in the chat for playing along with us tonight, and also
Let's go.
And one last thing.
God damn you, Johnny.
I do that all the time.
Woo!